Ian Egan will be on the call. He's got the AFC title game. Westwood won. Busy guy. He was yes Nets play-by-play voice last night, of course, all season long, as he got a chance to see the Nets and the Cavs. I guess the Nets fully assembled with Kyrie back. You want to start with football, or you want to start with the game last night, Ian?
Hey, Dan, before we start, could I just tell you how I became a New York Arrows fan?
Yes.
Indoor soccer league.
Yeah.
Became such a huge part of my life. Steve Jungle was an icon.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get enough of it. I consumed it every day, 24/7. And it lives with me today.
That's all I wanted to know, Ian. I wish
Great chatting with you.
Yeah, I wish you well.
All the best. This was like a quasi-human moment that we just had. Thank you.
Are you preparing for both quarterbacks? So as a play-by-play guy, we hear defenses got to prepare for both quarterbacks. Are you prepared for Chad Henne and Patrick Mahomes this weekend?
Dan, this is why you're the best interviewer in the business. Nobody has ever asked me, are you prepared for Chad Henne? Do you have your call straight? Anything can happen. Let's go. Get the ad libs moving. I'm ready. Either way, I feel very comfortable that I can handle it. If it is Henne, I'll make the adjustment, Dan.
You're a pro. You're a pro's pro. You're a pro's pro. But when you prepare for these games, how important is it that you get the access to these players or these coaches, and by doing this remotely, trying to get access, how difficult is that?
That's probably been the strangest part of the season, the lack of interaction, not just with players and coaches that we're accustomed to doing the network games, but each other. We did not have one production meeting in person. Everything was done virtually. And you make the most of that when you can, and you do have people's attention. You also see people in some rather strange setups. I must admit that throws you a bit when you get a little deeper inside. Like me, for right now, I'm not where you think I am. I have to do what I have to do. I get a rental in Wyoming, and this is what we're doing for the season.
And you don't have pants on.
I don't. But no, you nailed it. The access or lack thereof. Yes, there's definitely a part of the broadcast that suffered because of it, but you find other ways. And even on these Zoom calls, you figure out a way to connect with a player and find something that's a little different that might create a unique answer that you can use on the air. But we did not go to one facility the entire season. And our schedule was very strict. Get to the city, test, wait for your test result in your room until you get it. And then even then, very limited access to other people.
What's on the bookshelf back there?
This is my wife's office. I have no idea.
Well, you got bobbleheads there. You got a basketball.
Yes. Hold on. I have a dress designer. Dave, what do we got going here? Dan wants to know. I'll figure it out later.
Okay. I'm just curious. You don't even know what's behind you.
I don't.
No. Sad. He's Ian Eagle, or Ian Eagle, the Yes Network play-by-play voice for the you've been called that, haven't you, before?
Oh, very much. I've been called Ian Eagle. I've been called Ian Eagle. I've been called Iron Eagle. I've been called Jan Eagle. I've been called many things that I can't even say on your family-friendly show.
At what point last night did you realize that the Nets might be in trouble against the pesky Cavaliers?
When Colin Sexton had a out-of-body experience.
Well, didn't you say Colin Sexton is not human?
Yes, and I want to make sure everybody understands. That's
technically
not
incorrect.
That is not a criticism. That is applauded. I'm saying that he's gone beyond what we thought was humanly capable. So I hope he takes that as a positive. That's what it was meant as. Yeah, they ran out of gas, clearly. Obviously, Sexton hits a three at the end of regulation. The Nets can't convert. There's a foul call that gets overturned, but a jump ball knocked to the backcourt. They go to overtime. Sexton starts to heat up. And then, as we saw, he took over in the second OT. It's one game. We all want instant gratification, as we know in life. People love instant coffee and instant dating. This is going to take a little bit of time for things to gel and mesh. But boy, is it going to be entertaining and fun along the way.
Do you have answers? Do you care about answers from Kyrie Irving?
Yeah, I think the concern for me would be if he's garnering joy from this. That to me is the real question. He didn't show a whole lot of emotion in the game. And look, I'm not going to play psychiatrist. I can only see what I see. I'm not even at the game. Let's face facts. I'm watching it from a screen at Barclays Center when the game is in Cleveland. So you want to talk about lacking nuance? You're getting no nuance. You can only see what they show you. But what I could gather was the first time he really emoted was when that offensive foul was called on him. And then you saw some of the facial expressions. He's definitely going through some stuff right now. And the biggest key is that he gets through that. And from a team standpoint, they need someone that is fully committed and all in. And if there's some things happening in his private life that are affecting that, then he's going to have to take care of that before the team can really turn the page and focus on winning a championship.
When you do play-by-play, how much of it is focused on the monitor as opposed to watching the game itself?
Yeah, NFL, I've probably leaned more towards the monitor over the last couple of years than I had in previous years, trying to make sure that I'm talking to pictures. So I would say it's in that 50-50 range for NFL. For NBA, I was normally, under normal circumstances, I was 70-30 live action, 30 off the monitor. And right now we're 100%, basically. Even the home games, because you're high up, I find myself cheating towards the monitor more than I ever did when I was courtside, just to make sure that my eyes are matching what I think I'm seeing on the court. It's definitely been an adjustment. Look, nobody at home probably cares, and nor should they. It's the play-by-play person's challenge, and you've got to figure it out in your own way.
Have you ever stopped talking while just watching a play? Like you almost forget that you're supposed to be calling the play that you're watching.
Yeah, I would say now more than ever, that part actually creeps into your head because you're not there. There's the moment of detachment that you feel that, man, I'm just watching this like everybody else, but you have to call it. I've been pretty fortunate that I've maintained the running commentary, but there have been a few moments where my normal muscle memory is not kicked in of what I'm seeing, synthesizing the information and spitting it out. I would say this year, Dan, in even a truncated season, I probably made 2 or 3 mistakes on identification. And I went through maybe a 10-year stretch where I made 0 mistakes on identification, just based on your brain taking in the information, processing it, thinking you saw something, and then questioning for a moment if you did.
How much do you follow social media after a game you've done?
I do have a burner account. I'll be the first to admit that. It's Todd Fritz 11. If you want to follow me on Twitter. I follow a little bit. I definitely have people that send me things, so I know what's happening. I'm aware of what's being talked about.
Well, last time you got roughed up.
Oh man, NFL games. I would say I take a day off after the game. I just learned probably 2 years ago that would maintain my sanity. I must say, I don't get it as bad as others, so I'm certainly not in a position to complain. I try to bring across a affable quality, Dan, and
of
I
course
hope that resonates.
It's evident. It is evident right now. Oh,
I'm saying, please don't. Twitter world, don't kill me.
Who's the play-by-play voice that you want to fight?
Right now?
Yeah,
if I had to take on one play-by-play voice right now.
Yeah.
Woo! That's a great one.
Could you take Joe Buck?
Joe's obviously bigger than me. I think I could surprise Joe in the lower extremity areas that he may not be anticipating that I would attack.
Eagle wants a piece of Joe Buck.
Yes.
Below the
Headline.
waist. Below the waist.
All below the waist.
Yes. Yeah.
Lay off the moneymaker, Joe. Stay away from the face.
What advice did you give your son when he did the NFL game on Nickelodeon?
I did not want to inundate him, so I just gave him 3 pieces of advice that I thought could help him in the broadcast. One, I said, you have to have command. When this game goes on the air, people have to realize that this is unique, this is different, and it's going to start with you. It's going to emanate from you. If you set the tone early, then people will get it. 2, you have to be a really good point guard, a traffic cop, get everybody involved. If you sense that somebody isn't getting a touch, get them a touch. And then 3, you must have fun. The whole point of the broadcast is to have fun. And if that's not coming across on the air, if you guys aren't laughing, if you're not enjoying each other's company, then this thing is not going to work. And he checked every box. I was really impressed with how he handled himself.
He did a great job. And, I thought that Nate Burleson did a wonderful job as well.
He's a star.
Yeah.
He is a true television superstar.
Yeah. Well, it's great to talk to you. And
you too.
Good luck. Now, do you get to go to Kansas City, or are you staying at home for the game?
No, Kansas City, I do travel.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So I will be in Kansas City. And I should mention in the NFL, I did travel the entire season. And that was odd. Like, airports are empty for the most part. TSA, you're getting through, for me, sometimes 45 seconds. And people have been very respectful of other people's space. Normally, it was the herd mentality when they did the boarding process. Now people lay back and wait. So it's been nice. It's been a nice change.
Yeah, I wasn't going to listen to the game or watch the game, but now that I've spoken to you, I'm going to listen
Yes.
to. I'm going to stay in my car and listen to Westwood One, and I'm not going to watch it.
This is why we do the interviews.
I want you to create.
Promotion.
I want you to paint the picture for me.
I am going to paint the word picture, and the whole time I'm going to be thinking about fighting Joe Buck
and his lower extremities. Are you doing
And
the
the
Super
lower
Bowl?
extremities.
Because if you're not doing the Super Bowl, then I'm not going to be watching.
I will be at the Super Bowl. I will be in a secondary host role, and I will also be in a Jose Oquendo type setup.
Wait, how did Jose Oquendo? That's a deep reference here.
Deep reference. I have to be ready for a number of roles based on
First
what's needed in the situation.
Are you an understudy to Jim Nantz at the Super Bowl?
Were you a Seinfeld viewer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bette Midler's understudy.
Yeah.
It didn't go that well.
Rochelle.
I didn't want to say that it's comparative to that, but it might be. So I don't want to confirm that, but I'm certainly not going to deny it.
And Nance knows your name, right?
I think so.
Okay. But if Nance no shows, you are calling the Super Bowl.
Hey-o!
We're counting on you this weekend.
Thanks,
But wait, are you doing the Nets game on Friday
I am.
against the Cavaliers?
I am.
Oh, my God. Colin Sexton is not human.
Hold on. Let me write that
Okay.
down. That's good. I should use that.
Thank you, bud.
See you, Dan.
That's Ian Eagle, the Nets play-by-play voice. Also does NFL on CBS and Westwood One. Got a lot of jobs.